Hi everybody, it's Kathy here from Kathy Loves a Scrap, and I'm coming to you from the land down under today, and it is Sunday, so that means it's a Scrap Lift Crafternoon, a weekly Sunday hop with a group of very talented ladies that I've been very fortunate to join, and this is the layout that I'm creating to celebrate one of our own. Happy birthday, Ashley, found as Scrapping Nerds here on YouTube. This is the layout that I produced of my daughter on her wedding day, and we were very fortunate to be at an animal sanctuary, and her photos include lots and lots of different Australian wildlife. That one there with the black swan. So I'm going to stick pretty close to what Ashley has done in her layout, and I really do love how hers came together. I'm using these wonderful papers from Scrapbook Fantasies. Alicia Redshaw is an Australian, and she creates all of her papers. This is from the Fairy Tale Princess set, and I'm using all of these into this layout to create that soft effect. And everybody knows I love wood of any type on my paper, and this is just perfect for this wedding layout. So first of all, I'm going to just prepare my base, and by doing that, I'm cutting out the center here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to use the leaves on the background and also that green to frame my photo. All right, I've also kept the branding strip from the bottom because that's a green, and I'm going to tie that in just as Ashley has across the bottom of hers. I'm tearing out a piece here to create a peekaboo hole so that the wood grain will show through underneath the layout. This part here, I'm using my Tim Holtz distressing tool to distress up the edges and give a little bit of a rustic feel to this layout. If you don't have a distressing tool like this, of one shape or another, you can use the edge of your scissors, or you can use your fingernails, and it gives the same roughened up effect. Now I'm doing this just to create that rustic feel to tie in with the bush and the ruggedness of the landscape. I'm also using a notebook punch here like Ashley has on hers for my back panel behind my photo. A notepad punch creates a generic border which you can use for both male and female layouts, and I actually like how it has been done on this one by Ashley. With my chipboard that is also from Scrapbook Fantasies, I am colouring it up with some Distress Stain, and I'm using two different colours to get two different effects. I did do the heart as well, but in the end you'll see on the layout that I don't end up using it, and I'm going to put that to the side and it'll appear somewhere else in the layouts of my daughter's wedding in the future. So now that I've done that, I'm just going to lay down the mat. I use double-sided tape. Express-It double-sided tape was really good. It's quite strong and lasts for a long period of time, and so far has been quite successful for me. So just to build up some interest in the background, Ashley had some on hers, some stamping. I'm adding some stamping to the background of mine. I'm using this wood grain stamp to contribute to that rustic feel. I also have some little music notes which I'm just adding here and there. Now a lot of this will get covered up and you won't see it, but it's just the hints peeking out underneath that adds that little contrast and a little bit of interest. Once again, I said I kept that branding strip at the end of the paper, as you can see from here, and I'm using it to run across the bottom to make that landing shelf for this layout. It is also going to allow me to line up my chevrons across the bottom of the page. I'm just tucking in all the pieces that I want to be part of this layout, and I did use these frames here, and they're just adding that little bit of extra something to the side of the photo. I never used to know what to do with frames, but I've been watching a lot of the experts, and that's particularly the ladies that I scrap with on a Sunday in this Scrap Lift Crafternoon. They use them all the time, and they're very talented, and I've been trying to include a few more into my layouts as I've been going. They do add that little bit of extra interest and draw the eye across the page that much more. So I've just tucked that in behind, and it looks like I have a frame going right across. I have die cut a film strip, and I have used these little cutter parts, which I'm going to put to the back to add that paper layering and interest that Ashley has on hers. So I've gone off screen and I've adhered all of that. You don't need to watch how that happens. You know, you just stick it down, but I wanted to put it into place. So to cut my chevrons, what I've done is I've taken a piece of paper and folded it in half, and then I have just cut it diagonally, and that's the easiest way to get your chevrons down your page and the same angle. So I have roughed these up as well with the distressing tool, and I'm placing them into place, and I'm rearranging them around so that there is a mix-up of the pattern in the wood grain, but that ties in that peekaboo hole at the back and the edging of the layout together with the rest of this particular style that I've gone for on this layout. I like how there's the two different wood frames on the photo and also the wood framing on the actual layout. So as I said, this is of my daughter on her wedding day. She chose to wear black. She would have looked terrible in white, would have washed her out. The black was a magic touch for her. And we were at the Australian Wildlife Sanctuary where we held the actual wedding, and her photos, as I said, have all Australian native animals in them, and this is black swan, and it just looks perfect with her walking through with the black swan. So I've had this photo sitting on my desk for a while, and it was perfect for this layout. As soon as I saw Ashley's that we were lifting this week, I decided that this was the photo that I was going to use. So I'm just adding in some little quote tags here. This one says celebrate your day, then it says smile. It was her special day, so that's why I've used this chipboard here to build this into the layout. It really was a very special day. It was something very different. It was very small. It was very intimate. My best friend was the photographer, so the photos are outstanding. She's a scrapbooker, so she knows what she's looking for when she's doing her photos. We were very fortunate. The weather was wonderful. And yeah, so that's where this photo has come from. I'm just layering up all those fussy cut leaves that I cut out of this paper, once again from Scrapbook Fantasies, and I'll leave the links down below so that you can go and have a look if you're interested. As you see, I fuss around with that heart and decide that it doesn't need to be on the layout. I have gone and fussy cut a butterfly and added that to the corner just as Ashley has on hers, just to make it sparkle a little bit because it is a special layout. I'm adding in some stickles or some glitter gel, which comes from my Cosmic Shimmers, and I'm just going over the top of that chipboard with the shimmers so that they sparkle and shine on the page. So we meet once every Sunday, this group of very talented scrapbookers, and we scrapbook a layout that somebody has chosen. We've got permission from the person that we are scraplifting, and we like to promote different people through this great hop every week. So do check out all the girls that are playing along and make sure that you leave some comments and likes. Lets YouTube know that you like what we are doing. So I'm just finishing off with some gold shimmers here, the Cosmics glimmers, and you can just see how this has all come together. That peekaboo corner, the layering up here of the elements in the corner, the chevrons across the bottom. I love the rustic feel with the distressing. The stamping adds just that little bit extra to that layout. And once again, you can see how all these elements have come together to reflect the layout that Ashley had given us as our inspiration for this week. So it's as easy as just putting things onto the page and building them up. You can see where I've popped some of the leaves to build that dimension. The little shimmers add that little bit of extra glow to the layout, and the stamping peeking out here and there is just that extra mixed media that makes all the difference to your layouts. I'm Kathy from Kathy Loves to Scrap. coming to you from the land down under. Don't forget to check out that full playlist. Give us a thumbs up if you like something today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you find out when my next layouts are hitting the channel. Leave me a comment. I love your feedback. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Check me out on all my socials under Kathy Loves to Scrap, including Instagram, where all my layouts end up, even those without videos. Thanks once again for watching today. Don't forget, every Sunday, Scrap Left Crafternoon. Catch you next time.